Markup has a few more useful helpers to offer. Let's look at the remainder of them in this video. The first ones are the is and isNot that always return a boolean. I can add, for example, a condition with the when helper. I can have a state property. I can say is state loading and then render loading, otherwise click me text. Both the is and isNot helper does a strict shallow comparison if you provide a value a second argument. But you have the options to provide a callback function that must return true or false for a specific check you want to perform. The reason to use them is to ensure a check does not break the template reactivity. Doing a normal check would only work once. Therefore, you need it to react to state change. Oops, name clash. Let me rename it to status instead. Also, look at how you can nicely nest helpers in the template to create logic. Helpers can help you perform small tasks easily, and combined, they are powerful in your template. Markup template logic is really function oriented, as you can see. I can also use the isNot. There are also the and or helpers. These can be used to check if one or both states are truthy, for example. For checking a value against multiple values, you can use the oneOf helper that can take a value or state, and you can provide an array of possible values and it will return true or false. To show you the last helper, I'll create a to-do state with name, status, user, and possible a list I'll call sub actions. If I want to render the to-do name, I can just do it like this. But the name property is not reactive. That means that if it changes, the template will not update. I'll add a set timeout to change it so you understand what I mean. I'll add a log so we know when it fires. Now, if I check this, we can see that the name is rendered once, but not when it changes. To make this name reactive, I'll use the pick helper. It takes an object, state, or value, and a keychain string as second argument. I'll say name. Now, if I check this in the browser, we can see that now the DOM updates without change. Pick also lets you use dot notation to grab deep values. I can say user name, then make it so it updates. And again, it works just fine. For arrays, I can say dot followed by the index. And it works just as well. Any helpers can be used with non-state values. I find them very useful in other scenarios away from the template as well. But the power is in the ability to nest them to build complex logic while keeping things reactive.